Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. This is where I actually dive into most of the topics that we cover in the Crypto Minute. Now, the Federal Reserve has a board member by the name of Michelle Bowman. She's not happy at the moment. And why is that? And she's saying it's because there needs to be regulation around traditional finance, but not alone. Traditional finance or finance as a whole, including novel practices, think of that as digital assets, and traditional, right? Not just traditional, not just digital, but the two combined. And she's looking at it on a global scale. Well, it's hard to look at things on a global scale when you still have countries that are saying no, no, no to crypto, still fighting it, still fighting what's already here, not going away. Then you have countries that are saying, you know what, we're all in. We want the business that crypto brings. We want the people that crypto brings. We want the potential that crypto brings. And they're making efforts. Look at Japan. They've altered their tax status for businesses issuing tokens. They've also altered other things. But when you stop and you think about that, you have to say to yourself, this is a country that is vying for business. That could have a big boon to their economy. Singapore is doing similar things. Portugal's doing similar things. Spain is doing similar things. Some of these countries are actually saying, listen, not only will we make it easy for you to work here, but we have a thriving technical workforce that you can tap into. Those are big deals. Meanwhile, in the United States, Jamie Dimon's JPMorgan, because I say that for a reason, is saying, hey, we need clarity and regulation around crypto so that we don't have crypto go offshore. Now take that in for a minute. That's the exact opposite of what Jamie Dimon has spewing out of his mouth all the time, right? Wasn't it just January that he said Bitcoin was a pet rock? I'm just saying. Even Kramer, the idiot. He's not an idiot. It just sometimes when he says things, it just he's saying, "Oh, I'm not against crypto." I don't know, buddy. You've been for crypto, against crypto, for crypto, against crypto. That's why I call him Jim the Flip Flop Kramer. Even he's coming out and saying, "Hey, look, listen, something needs to change." But Jamie Dimon's J.P. Morgan saying that we need regulation around crypto so it doesn't leave shore versus what he's saying it's being a pet rock says, stop. Don't not pay attention to what they say, but absolutely pay attention to what they do. JP Morgan is deep into crypto no matter what anybody says, because that's what they're doing. Not what the CEO is saying, but that is what they're doing. Okay? Pay attention to moves like that, because moves like that make you see things or help you see things in the news that can actually drive your business decisions. This is what I teach my kids. Hey, look, listen, we read a lot, we watch a lot, we speak a lot, but you want to pay attention to what these companies are doing, what these firms are doing. What's on their back end? How are they moving funds? How are they, leveraging money to make money? How does that whole banking system work? What tools are they leveraging? All of those things come into how do you do things. Normally I'd be coming out with, here's what I'm looking at for the day, but these are things that are going to affect the days going forward. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but you have a lot more people talking about crypto regulation on a national scale and a global scale, and it's becoming louder and louder and louder every day. This is why I bring it up, because it's important. If you plan on making money in any kind of investment strategy, you have to know and recognize what's going on and what could have an indirect or even a direct impact on your investments. Now, looking at DeFi, there's a company called Maverick Protocol. And I found this to be very interesting as I was skimming through the news. Maverick Protocol raised $9 million in this last round. It's a crypto startup, and they want to expand their current infrastructure, right? And expand the capabilities of their liquid staking token. Now I'm paying attention to this because of who is investing in them. Pantera Capital, Apollo Crypto, Binance, Coinbase. There are probably others, but those are the big ones that I saw. Now, I'm really paying attention to Coinbase and Binance because, as you can imagine, they're probably investing in a lot of companies all over the place. But this one, excuse me, took significant, money. Now, I'm paying attention to it because as they grow their DeFi strategy, their DeFi infrastructure, you're looking at two players already baked in. They've already got, if you think about it, they've already got Binance and Coinbase baked in. Through those companies, they probably have other companies. Think about this. Who's in bed with Coinbase? What company do you know that has almost $10 trillion in assets under management in bed with Coinbase? It's that tiny little company, BlackRock. So how far away are some of these companies, some of these plays toward getting some really big players involved? It'll be some time, but you can definitely see the reach of all of the players involved. That's why I'm going to be paying attention to that particular project. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Now, I have been paying attention to the case against Ripple. I've been paying attention to the case against Binance and Coinbase. I thought I was nuts when I read that the SEC was asked by the judge, Judge Jackson, in the Binance case, hey, what about the coins you didn't mention? And the response was, oh, well, we're not taking a stance on that as of yet. Excuse me? You're not taking a stance on that as of yet. What does that actually mean? To me, it says we're going to play hide the ball. And that's exactly what the chief legal officer of Ripple is saying. They're doing the same. It's the same strategy, the same tactic, just about. Whatever the case is, it's the same underlying strategy as they took against Ripple. Hide the ball. We're not going to talk about anything else. We're not going to do anything else. We're going to put this over here, move that over there. What is your case? What is your case? I think the SEC is going to have problems because the judge asked again. This wasn't the first time the judge asked. This is a subsequent time. So you sit there and you kind of go, I think the SEC is having problems making cases. If you're having a problem making cases, it's going to become a larger issue, right? They've got a lot of big cases going on right now, and none of them look positive for the SEC, in my humble opinion. I mean, when I look at Ripple said, you know what? We're tired of everything that's going on in the United States, and they've been doing heavy business, and I mean heavy business, outside of the United States. Going back to the whole JPMorgan stance of, hey, we need regulation here so that we don't continue to see this. Because the impact is actually big. If you have companies move offshore from the United States, and even more businesses say, we don't even want to come to the United States, or I have an idea and start that idea over there to begin with, it's a problem. It can be a huge economic problem right here in the United States. Now, something else that caught my attention, there is a Chat GPT plugin for Hedera HBAR, talking about seamless transactions and, video, more content, verified content, all that good stuff. And I'm sitting back and I'm kind of saying to myself, that's interesting. But as soon as I saw seamless transactions, they think that they're going to do this whole seamless asset management thing. And I sat back and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Chat GPT is not fully baked yet. It's not even close to being, it's a great tool. Don't get me wrong. It's a great tool, but it's not fully baked where I'm going to allow something to do some transactions for me when I know it can still be like inherently wrong. Give me information, gather information, give it to me, call out points of action that I could take. Great. Handle transactions? I don't know about that. So that's something I'm going to dig into. Anyway, we should get into the numbers. And let's hop on over. And let me refresh this for you. I haven't refreshed it in like 15 minutes or something like that. And it does make a difference. So something I did see over on the positive side, or actually on the negative side, Pepe was over here. I don't know if it's over here now. You know my 5% rule. Here it is at 6%. Now, on this list, no, Pepe fell off this list. It had originally lost 5%. And I guess these have lost more. Axie Infinity down 5%. Bitcoin, there it is. I almost missed it. Down 5%. That's a big move from all this time. Now, given everything that's going on and everything shooting up just because of all the news, everything that's going on, I told you I expected things to pop up. I expect there to be a pullback before the next increase. And why is that? I'm not showing the screen. I'm a knucklehead. Sorry about that. So here's Pepe down 5%. Sorry about that. So the big problem is that you're going to see everything going up right now. And then I'm seeing, a pullback. Why am I seeing a pullback? People want to collect their winnings. It's not profit until you take it, and it's not, a loss until you realize it. That's straight up just the way it is. So we're going to see some profit taking. And I think right after that profit taking, we'll see a slight pullback, and I think we're going to pop up again. I really do think that we're going to wind up popping up again, and I think that's a very big deal. A very big deal. All right? Looking at the big board, yes, everything is red right now, but I want you to look at the numbers themselves. Bitcoin above 30,000, Ethereum above 1850, even Binance coin above 237. You have XRP, which I was expecting to move a little bit, but still at 48 cents. I'm looking at these things only because it seems to be doing what I thought it was going to do, which is we bumped all the way up past 31,000, and now we've got a pullback. And I'm thinking that things are going to look up again in just a day or so. That's what I'm thinking, because you have I'm calling it the Great Accumulation. I think the Great Accumulation is going to start happening right now. You had an article come out, I think over the weekend or maybe late last week from Coinbase saying, listen, the Fortune 100, the bulk of them are banking on crypto. That means they have plans on crypto integration. And that in and of itself is big. I told you last week, even freaking Tesla opened up an FAQ page dedicated to Doge. It's the only coin they accept, not even Bitcoin. That's my point. More and more businesses are starting to realize, you know what? If I want to be prepared for the future, I'm going to have to start accepting crypto. Period. So those are things that I'm looking at. See, yeah, so there's way more Ethereum being created than being burned, and that's what you're seeing on this chart. And hopefully it'll go down again, but right now it's not deflationary. Let's see, I'm not worried about anything that's going on. I want to see what's going on. Fear index down to 55, but still in the greed section. I'm hoping to get back to 60 at some point. That's the number I'm looking for, $60 billion in total value locked, or TVL. That's what I'm looking for. When I look at my chart, again, I told you before, I have a green band. Lower part of the band is at 26,475. Upper part is at 31,580. And we're currently at 30,324 for Bitcoin. Now, when you look at that, see that, hey, we took a nice big bump. We went up real high, and here's the pullback. I'm expecting a little bit more of a pullback, but I'm expecting that we remain above 28.28. I don't think we're going to pull back further than that. Now, that being said, that keeps us within striking distance of getting above the 31,580 mark, which currently seems to be our ceiling. You see how close we came, but didn't hit it. I think that seems to be our ceiling right now. And I think that we're going to have this pullback, and then you're going to see more accumulation happen, and we'll take off from there. That's what I'm expecting. Again, big board not looking pretty. But you can see Bitcoin up 82% on the year. Ethereum up 56% for the year, almost 57. When I'm looking at these coins, I'm highly disappointed at one of my favorites, which is Polygon. I don't understand how Polygon is doing so poorly, given all of the projects that are on that platform. The speed, the scalability, I think this is a sleeper. I really do think this is a sleeper. So I'm still in on Polygon. I don't think anybody can convince me otherwise about Polygon. Other ones, think about Polygon has already proven we have use cases, we have reason to be. Other coins, maybe not so much. Something else that I noted, and I take this, as it is, because I don't give this compliment to this particular stable coin a lot, like at all, like ever. But Tether took a hit last week and depegged, and it came back. We should be paying attention to that. That's a big deal. If you haven't noticed, the crypto industry has been taking hits all over the place, and it has consistently bounced back and bounced back higher. I want you to think about this. We were in the teens just a few months ago. Where are we now? That's what I want you to pay attention to as you continue to do your own research. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. Mona, I know you wanted me to get into the different wallets that are out there and everything else, but I don't want to repeat what I've already done, so I need to do more research. I mean, the wallets that I mentioned, I do have a previous video about that. Maybe I need to redo it again. I guess she wins. I think I should probably do it again so that people can understand the wallets that I'm interested in. And that will be coming. Anyway, have a good one. Bye-bye.